ANC is on fire, and Cyril Ramaphosa is not spared either. So the Youth League is actually attacking the leadership of Cyril Ramaphosa, and this is what the youth leader had to say.
Whether you postpone it, whether you go to White House or not, they went to White House, the SGs and the presidents, everyone else. Donald Trump cartooned them there because he's a racist moron. Our president was made to explain some video of some leader of the opposition. But missing our power president, you explain to another president. A president of the country explaining himself to another president of another country. Ubukwala bungaka. Ubukwala lobo. Ministers take our taxpayers' money. They take flights, they book hotels to go to the USA to explain themselves. Everyone who went to the USA must pay back that money. You try, I'm sure they must pay back the money of South Africans. We need that money to build schools. We need that money to build universities. We can't have a small budget. On top of the small budget, those who go the flight to the USA to explain themselves to a racist moron called Donald Trump. Mokete wa dikatse le dikatse nyana o fedile. This ANC Youth League is going to hold everyone accountable. SG.
So this is the ANC Youth League going after the South African president as well as the SG of South Africa. And they're so clear. They're saying that Cyril Ramaphosa and these people, they must refund the country, the money which they used to go to America to be insulted by the American president. So the biggest question is, what happens next? We saw this during the removal of Thabo Mbeki, and they were so decisive. That was Julius Malema. The biggest question is, who is being spearheaded to become the president? So will Cyril Ramaphosa survive whatever which is coming after him? And also, Fikile Mbalula, will he survive the same? Because it seems as if when you are looking at these comrades, they are accusing the president and the SG. So what's next for the ANC? What do we see happening within the SADC region? Because if the ANC's leadership is to fall right now, that will be the same fate of those across the Limpopo who have been siding with them and protecting them. So let us explore further. Let us look at what is happening, because this is a very critical situation. The Youth League publicly criticized the Cyril Ramaphosa, and the president, Colin Mashachi, sharply criticized the leadership, especially the US trip, and they called Ramaphosa a coward, and that they demanded that all members of the delegation repay the cost of their visit. So this is no longer rhetoric. This is a succession battle. This is a succession issue. Why are they bringing this issue? They feel that Ramaphosa does have a preference, someone who they want to take over the ANC after he gets retired after his 2 terms. So when you're looking at Mashasi, he's not attacking the policy of Cyril Ramaphosa. He's rebuking the key leadership of the ANC. Gwede Mantashe has been rebuked so much over the comments he made about youth unemployment, and the leadership is being told that they are out of touch with reality. So what the Youth League boss is doing is preparing himself for the task ahead to take the leadership of the ANC together with other comrades with the same mindset and the same view. So ANC, they are trying by all means possible to save themselves. But you will see that the NEC, in as much as they maintain a brave face and they say Ramaphosa will serve his full term, when daggers are out, it means one thing. It means the collapse of the ANC. It means failure of the ANC. And if they are to go to an election like this, they are likely going to suffer a lot of consequences. So Ramaphosa is trying by all means possible to make it look like it's nothing. But it's something very important. When you're looking at this, there is a shift in tone of the South African ANC SG Fikile Mbalula. He never believed in taking the land without compensation. But right now, he's spearheading that agenda. We will come and talk about it later. But South Africa's political landscape right now, it's highly competitive. You are looking at the ANC, which is losing which lost the outright majority in 2024. They are in a government of national unity. Ramaphosa is talking about, winning power in the next elections, having majority. It's Fikile Mbalula who is talking about having majority in the next election. He's talking about how they lost in the last elections. And for them to be able to do so, he is speaking the language which the people understand better, that is taking land or expropriation of land without compensation. But can ANC be trusted? No, they can't be trusted because they had an opportunity to expropriate land without compensation, but they chose to ignore it. They chose not to implement it. The EFF and other progressive parties, they begged the constitution to be changed, but the ANC dilly-dallied with that opportunity. Now they no longer have the much needed majority, and they are now trying to act as if they are the victims. So what is happening is the ANC Youth League, they'll continue to put pressure on policy issues, the unemployment of young people, lack of service delivery, the issues of accountability and corruption. They'll continue to push a narrative on those issues. And Ramaphosa and his leadership, they'll continue to speak much about unity, youth mobilization, and to stay focused on the elections. But the youth are taking a different path altogether. They are now talking about the leadership accounting for their failures. So it's very, very interesting, and you can't tell what is going to happen next, but this is just a brief of where the SADC region politics is heading to. There is chaos everywhere. So this is it. The ANC Youth League tells Ramaphosa that he's a coward for accepting to be invited to the United States of America. So we watch to see what happens next, but the whole SADC region is in a mess.